Hey, this is Matt Stohrer, and I repair saxophones for a living. Today, I would like to show you an overlooked and undervalued professional tenor saxophone with modern keywork, excellent construction, and a great sound. I am talking about the Yanagisawa 880. This model was made between 1972 and 1990, which means any that you find now are going to be at least 20 years old, possibly almost 40 years old. So they're probably going to need an overhaul unless they've had a recent one by a very good saxophone repairman. These have everything Yanagisawas are known for currently, that is excellent intonation, great build quality, with the addition of a rich, fat, warm tone, which modern Yanagisawas are known for possibly a bit more focused, slightly brighter tone than these have. The construction on these isn't as excellent as the modern Yanagisawas, but that's okay because nothing is as good as construction as modern Yanagisawas. This is still very excellent, and I would put it up against anything else made in modern times, except a modern Yanagisawa, which is the cream of the crop. You see here on the back, you've got your serial number and your model number, 880. You've got your really cool old patch soldered onto the bell here. That's the Yanagisawa logo. I wish they still did this. That looks really cool. At least I think. You've got your tilting table spatula mechanism here. You see that little guy that goes between your B and your C sharp, which I think is really comfortable. You've got your front F, the sculpted spatula style, which I really like. You've got a high F sharp on these. Regular modern octave mechanism. Pretty much modern construction through and through. Not too much to say about it. Everything is pretty normal. The one thing you do want to watch out for as you're buying it or as a repairman is that the location and design of the bell to body brace isn't the strongest, and depending on what it's been through in the past, you can find a body bend here. Now that's common on most saxophones, but particularly because of how far down this brace is and the way it's put together, I would say it's a little more common than on some other saxophones to have this bent forward, so you can have a bent body. But any good overhaul will take care of that, and usually these need it anyways. Now as far as pricing, you can get these for between $1,000 and $2,000 depending on condition. Add an overhaul to that, and for under $3,000 you have a modern professional tenor saxophone that really, with intonation and tone and ergonomics, is hard to beat. So a $3,000 modern tenor that's professional horn that has a great tone, I mean, you can't really find that anywhere else. I would say between this and the Yamaha 61, this has a bit more modern keywork and a bit more modern mechanical design, which is good for your repairman. But the 61 and the Yanagisawa 880 probably represent the best value for modern keywork on a professional saxophone. You'll see on the neck here you've got the underslung mechanism, which works, physically the same, but you've got the key on the bottom here. You've got a bit of an open space in the top here. A lot of times you'll see some dings and dents along here. That's fairly common. Those can get repaired. You got double arms on your low C and low B. If these have been bent in the past, they can be difficult to get back into place because you can't just tilt or bend the key cup with two arms on it. Sometimes they'll end up bending the barrel here. So as a repairman, you have to be cognizant of the fact that bending these key cups can be more difficult than usual. You've also got your bow to body junction epoxied, and 40-year-old epoxy can crack, so definitely check this, make sure that this is sealing very well. A leak here is like a leak anywhere. It's bad, and you want to take care of it. Now the lacquer on these horns is nice and strong, so if this needs redone, you can solder it if you've got a delicate touch without really burning too much lacquer around here, which is nice because this band comes off. You've got the joint underneath, you can solder it, put the band back on, and no one can even tell you did it, and now you've got a soldered joint. If you want to be super careful though, you can epoxy it, same as it was before. Just clean off the old stuff, just heat it up a little bit, and it should flake right off, and then put new epoxy on. Make sure everything is lined up before you do so, because that's going to change the attitude of the bow and the bell to the body, because this doesn't do a whole lot for aligning it, especially if it's been damaged. A lot of times you'll see if this is not completely round, that means this has been pushed in at some point, and you'll have to take this off, round it out, and make sure that this joint has the correct angle. And that's about it. So you've got a modern, professional, high-quality saxophone that you can get for cheap, ish anyways, relatively cheap compared to a lot of other stuff, made by a very respectable maker. And the important thing to notice about the 880s is that if you played a modern Yanagisawa, you know all about their quality, but you don't know what this horn sounds like. It sounds a bit different. It's got a bit more body to the sound. It's definitely, it lends itself a bit more, I would say, to jazz, R&B, and stuff like that than the modern Yanagisawas might. Of course, it depends on your taste, bloggy, bloggy, blah, but I find that these horns have a bit fatter tone than the modern Yanagisawas, and they're extremely comfortable under the fingers. Oh, and I usually put domed metal resonators in these. I find that it just gives it a little bit of extra oomph, which is nice on these horns. But you can put pretty much anything in here you want, because the horn is just a really nice plain horn. So that's it. This is Matt Stohrer. I repair saxophones for a living. You can find out more about me by going to my website at stohremusic.com. You can look at my other videos here on YouTube. If you have questions, comments, concerns, jokes, anecdotes, leave them in the comments here. Send me an email at stohremusic@gmail.com. You can contact me through my website. You can contact me through YouTube. You can Google my name. You can give me a call. You can do anything saxophonic. I love to talk about it, and I love to help people. So give me a call if you've got any questions, and that's it. Hope this was helpful, informative, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.